What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Torrence here, and I am telling you, I am so happy to finally be back, honey. I have just been down. I've been trying to rest, get my body back into 100%, and although I'll say I'm about 95%, there is still some slight swelling going on. Honey, I can no longer sit back and wait. I've gotten approval to go ahead and go back to work, and that is exactly what I plan on doing. And this week, I am showing off you guys' favorite brand, Juviasplace. They've recently launched 3 new eyeshadow palettes as well as several different glosses, and today I'm wearing one of each. As you can see, this eye look is very nice, it's very bold, and although it's wintertime, honey, I'm giving you spring goodness like, oh. And if you haven't seen the title, today we're playing with the Yami, Angelina, and Juviasplace collab. This is the La Mariposa collection. This contains 1 eyeshadow palette and 2 glosses. And first of all, honey, let's get into this packaging. I'm talking the over-the-top hair, the butterflies, the shine. Honey, you can't beat it. Like, Juviasplace, to me, they seem to keep their packaging simple, but it is always so beautiful and over the top. Like, I don't see how you can be simple and over the top at the same time, but they seem to just pull it off, and it's always nice. You know, you got some of those brands where they just do so much, it's like, just open the palette so we can see the colors. But with Juviasplace, the outside usually gives you an indication of what you're going to get on the inside. And look at that. Look at these bold colors, honey. You already know this is right up my alley. Although I am someone who thinks neutrals are beautiful, it is colors where I get my life, honey, because the brightness just excites me. It lets me know I'm going to have a bold and colorful day, especially with my makeup. And there's nothing like the colors turning out beautifully. So if you would like to see swatches of this palette, because I'm finally doing that for you all, make sure you continue to watch. But before we get started, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you already are, I'd like to say thank you. Make sure you hit that notification bell. But with nothing else, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. I have finally got everything set back up. First of all, I want to say thank you all for the love and support on that last video. When I finally put up the video letting the world know that I was canceling part 3 of that series, I wasn't sure how everyone was going to take it. I knew there would be some people that would be disappointed, but everyone was actually supportive of my decision. Everyone agreed that I should put my health first and just continue to rest. Right now, I am feeling a lot better. About 90% of the swelling has gone away. It still trips me out even when I'm looking in the mirror right here, right now. This side looks more swollen, but this side feels more swollen. But I'm back to eating normal foods. I have a dentist and a doctor's appointment tomorrow, but I wanted to go ahead, sit back and play with you all today. I am finally playing with the Juviasplace and Yami Angelina collection. This is the La Mariposa collection. I absolutely love the colors that they chose with this eyeshadow palette. With many of these smaller 6-pan palettes, they've been monochromatic. And although that's nice every now and then, sometimes you just want to spruce things up, and that's what we have here. The palette is absolutely beautiful. It looks just like the box that we have. I want to make sure I give you a close-up of this here. And imagine having your artwork and your picture on a Juviasplace palette, honey. Like, come through. She made sure she went all out. Although to me, the mattes lean a little more to the, I would say, neutral with a pop of color. The shimmers are for sure colorful. This palette here contains 3 mattes, 2 metallics, and 1 glitter. This color story here has my brain wondering exactly what we're going to do, but I'm excited to find out. This collection also contained 2 glosses. They both came in identical packaging. The only difference is on the front, it does tell you the different names. One is called Island Mommy, one is called Yami Yummy. I want to just show you a close-up of the box before I show you the colors inside. These are the 2 glosses here. Island Mommy is a creamy peachy pink. Yami Yummy is a nice clear gloss with reflective particles in it. Looks like it has some nice pink and purple ones going on, but we'll test both of these out later on. And before we get started, I've been reading your comments, and I want to go ahead and get swatches of this, even though this is a first impressions. And I'm just now realizing I did not put no lotion on these fingers, which honestly may be a good thing for swatches, but baby, I am so mad that my hands might be looking dry in this video. But we're gonna go ahead, try to get some swatches going on, and I'm here to let you all know, I am not good at swatches, honey. It's just so hard to swatch them and get them in a good view for the camera. It just seems like I can do one or the other. You're all gonna have to get it like this. This first shade is Angel off the top row. Second shade is October 2nd. Okay, she's pigmented with a little powdery. This third shade, I'm not sure how it's gonna swatch because this is a glitter. It's called Glitter Queen. So I wouldn't hold this against it if it doesn't. Oh, wait a minute. Look at Juviasplace coming through. Ooh, it is a little extra right there. Let me press that in. Ooh. Okay. I ain't gonna lie to you, sis. I ain't think that glitter was gonna swatch that well. But we're gonna go ahead, get swatches of these other three. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I am so happy this is a small 6-pan palette, because imagine trying to swatch something large like a Morphe palette. Baby. Okay, for shade number 4 we have, I believe this is Aurelis. Ooh, she's real pretty. Barbie Brat. Okay. And Yatusabe. Alright sis, the swatches on this is beautiful. Let me see if I can get a closer view for y'all here. Okay. After seeing these swatches, I am too excited to jump ahead and start on the eyes. But before we do, I want to give you swatches of the glosses as well. The first gloss I'm going to give you a swatch of is Island Mommy. This is the creamy peachy looking one. I'm going to make sure I get this in an area where you can actually see it. Okay, so she looks like a universally flattering peach color. The wand is rather thin, so I'm guessing that's so you can get pinpoint precision. I personally have really large lips, so I just like a big fat old dough foot. So I could just swipe it on, keep it moving, and go on by my business. The second gloss is the glitter one. This one is called Yami. I'm gonna try to get this one on the side. And I'm hoping this is showing up on camera where you can see it mostly has like a clear base, but it does have some very nice shiny pink particles in it. Not sure if that's going to show up on camera. And this is a close-up of the swatches here. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see the pink particles in that gloss, but they are noticeable in person. I ain't did my brows or prep my eyes. Boy, I'm about to do some eyeshadow at. I just have to calm down, get back to basics. It's been a while since I've been on camera, but I'll be right back. We're about to go ahead and prep our eyes, and when we come back, we'll start off doing our eyeshadow tutorial. Back now, brows are on, and honestly, I am liking my new brow shape this year. If you paid attention, you'll see I was letting them grow out and get thick and bushy, but I've cut my nails off, honey. I've cut my brows down. And truth be told, I ain't mad about it. I honestly can't wait for my nails to grow back, but they grow back fast, so I'm not worried about that. But today, it's time to get into this eyeshadow palette. And because this is the first impressions and I'm not sure exactly what I want to do, I think we're going to stick with what I know best. And that's starting with our lightest shade. So we're going to go in with this shade here, October 12th, and use that as our transition. And as with all tutorials, any tools or products used will be in the description bar below. And because I'm a very huge fan of matte yellows, we're gonna buff and blend this all the way up to the brow. Like, honey, I'm trying to see exactly how loud and how beautiful you can get. And my brush was densely packed because usually yellows can be one of those shades on my skin tones that can easily start to fade away. So I don't mind starting off with a little bit more and then blending it out later. And a lot of times, once you start doing this part here, that's when you see all that yellow disappear, baby. This one so far she holding up. We're just gonna hope she layers and she buffs out. So far she blending out really good. Let's see if we can get a second layer of pigmentation on this bad boy. Okay. Let's go on with one more layer, see what we get. Okay, she's building. She's not giving me 100% opacity, but as a transition shade, we're not going to be mad at that. But you can clearly see in person and on camera that that's a yellow. And that's what we like. A lot of these yellows basically disappear into what look like a translucent powder. I want to take just a little bit more on this outer tip here where I have that bone. Just make sure she's nice and good. Okay, I like that. What we're going to go ahead and do is just skip to the other side, and I'll be right back once we finish over there. And look at how bold that is, honey. Come through. I love matte yellows, honey. You can't tell me anything about them. And because we already bold and loud, we want to go in and add a little more color. So we're going to go into this shade here, Aurelis, and we're going to use this as our crease shade. And baby, this color picks up like a dream. I am just hoping it is just that loud and vibrant in the crease. And look at that. She said, you're going to come through and you're going to see me. We're going to start building this up first low into the crease just to get opacity. Then we're going to just buff up and out to get a more seamless blend. Baby, she says she's coming through. And I like this because it's not orange and it's not pink. It's like a beautiful mixture. It's like a mixture of orange, pink, and peach. And just to get a little more opacity, we're going to go in with one more layer. Why not? Look at how pretty that is from a distance, sis. And you can see that blend that's going on. Baby, I got to hurry up and jump and do this on the other side because this is cute. Come through, girl. Look at that. Honestly, you could just take that Aurelis shade and just put that on the lid. Go ahead and clean up on the bottom and be good to go. But you know I'm a little too dramatic for all of that. That ain't gonna work for me. We're gonna go ahead, take ourselves our NYX glitter primer, and we're gonna go ahead and cut our crease. Cause baby, I'm ready for some shimmers. And we're gonna start cutting our crease. Baby, a look this bold deserves a cut crease. Let me grab me a little bit more. And we're gonna cut high. Baby, now that we done cut our crease, it is time to go in. And normally I would put on some shimmer shades, but first I want to go in and cover up my outer V. So what we gonna do is, trying to debate, do I want to make this dramatic or not? We're gonna start off so. We're gonna take that same brush and go back in with Aurelis, and we're gonna put this in our outer V. We're gonna make blending easier on ourselves. We only need just a light layer of that because we definitely gonna deepen that up. But just to make sure blending is easy, We're gonna start off there. Use that sort of like a setting powder. Now what we're gonna do is take an even smaller brush and build up this color Yatusabi in our outer V. We want this to be the darkest and deepest part of the eye area. And I'm just gonna take this and pack this on the outer V. We can go almost all the way up to the end of that peachy shade. I just wanted to make sure this color comes out the deepest and the darkest. Not gonna completely cover up that peachy shade just to make sure my blend is beautiful, but I want this brown in the deepest part of our outer V. And after we go in and put on lid shades, we can come back in and deepen that up a little bit further. Now for our lids, honey, it is time to bring the drama. For our inner half, we're going to use this shade here, Glitter Queen. And for the outer half, we're going to use this shade, Barbie Brat. And baby, I don't know how to explain it, but this is basically a creamy glitter. Like, it is soft and pigmented, and it picked up on this silicone applicator so easily. So I'm about to work my way slowly with this bad boy because oh yeah, see, she is opaque. She's giving the opacity of an eyeshadow, honey, but she's going on fast and easy. And the different colors in there, it's like a pink, a purple, a gold. Like the dimension and the color on that, honey, it just looks wet on camera. Like, oh, I got to hurry up and dip one more again. Do the other side of this. Baby, look at that. Glitter Queen did not come to play, honey. It is beautiful. But we ain't through just yet. We got to go in with Barbie Brat. This is a metallic pink, and we're going to use this in between that shade and our outer V and help merge those two together. And this pink metallic didn't come to play either, sis. She said, I may not be a glitter, but I have some heat for you too. We're going to just use this to help fuse those two together. Bam. Going to do this on the other side. Look at how pretty she is, honey. Look at how pretty she is. Yes. All right, honey. I am liking what we have going on here. I have an idea of what I want to do to finish this look off, but to execute that, what I think we're going to do is cut away, finish off the face, and when I come back, I'll show you how we'll finish off the eyes and the lips. Baby, how good it feels to be back in paint, honey. I am feeling glamorous. I am telling you, I have been missing my makeup and getting ready. But we're not through yet. All I did was went ahead and put my face on. Off camera, some of the products I used because we are doing a juviasplace tutorial was my Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette. I absolutely love this palette and I really wish they would come out with more of these. They only have 2 right now. And I tend to use this one simply because it has lighter shades. I only went in with this one shade Lena here today, but I'm telling you, I went ham at first and had to diffuse it down. It was just a big patch of pink right here because I was jamming the music off camera, wasn't paying attention, but this is the only blush that I'm wearing right now. For a highlighter, I decided, once again, we're gonna stick with Juvia's and I decided to go in with the loose highlighter in the shade Nefertiti. This is a nice yellow gold shade. For me, on camera, it looks absolutely beautiful. But in my personal opinion, it just has just a tiny bit too much yellow to it. So more than likely, next time I use this, I may mix this with another Juvia's Place color. Because like right there on the cheek, it seems okay. But right down the center of the nose, to me, it's just a tiny bit too yellow. but she's fabulous. She builds, she blends. I'm loving her. What else do we have going on? Oh, for eyes, I wanted to try to keep things rather simple. Although I want the eyes to be the main focus of the look, I didn't want any other pieces that I brought in to take over. So instead of going in with a black eyeliner, I went in with a dark brown one. I'm wearing my Demolition by Urban Decay. You know I love the 24/7 Glide On eye pencils. I skipped lashes today just because I'm trying to hurry up and use up this mascara, and I don't feel as if lashes are necessary with it. This is the old favorite, the Essence Lash Princess. This is the green tube. Once this runs out, I did pick up 2 other ones. I think it's the blue and the purple one. I'm not sure, but I will be testing those out as soon as this one runs out. And for lip liners, I've been testing out the juviasplace lip liners, which I have been loving. I personally cannot wait till they extend the shade range. They have a lighter color called So Rare that I use, but right here on the packaging for this collection, it looks like she has on a darker lip liner, so I went in with the darkest one that they have. This is in the shade Cola. As you can see, it's a nice dark rich brown. I blended out the edges just so I don't have a sharp line, but we are going to top that off with gloss after we finish the eyes. And right now, I'm not 100% sure exactly what I want to do with the rest of the eyes. I'm still debating on whether I want to go in with a little pop of color or a whole bunch of color, but we'll figure that out in a minute. For the lower lash line, I want to see how dark this brown shade here, Yatusabe, is. So I'm going to go in with the pencil brush, and if it's not dark enough, I'll go back in with the push liner brush. We're going to start off here on the outer corners. We're just going to buff that up and out. Okay, I'm liking that with the pencil brush instead. Gonna dip one more time, get the other side. And this will just help show off. I don't know why I'm skipping my words. To me, adding this darker color right here underneath the lashes will help show off that I did take time to brighten my under eye. It just gives you that little bit of smokiness and helps bring a little bit of color back. See what it looks like on this side compared to this side. We're going to just jump ahead, finish this, and I'll be right back. Okay, and just because I want to do the absolute most, I'm gonna reach behind me and grab something real quick. Now that we're back, I've decided I want to go over the top to finish things off. We have not used this shade Angel here. This is the only shade in the palette we haven't touched. And what I'm going to do is mix this with a little bit of Inglot Duraline, and I'm going to use that to make a sharp line right along the edges of my cut crease. To me, it will just be a little bit of blue, but it will make a very loud statement, simply because I just don't feel like taking the time and pushing it underneath the lash line. And with that being the shimmer, I think putting that underneath the lash line, it'll just take over the look. Adding it there, it'll just be complementary to it. All I did was take an angled liner brush, scrape some of that eyeshadow powder off, put it on this metal tray, and then just took a drop of that, mix them together here. And now we're just going to load up our brush and try to take things rather slow. We'll go straight in and just try to trace that very edge. Ooh, sis. And I'm going to take it right there to the halfway point. Bam! You see that? We got it going. Hey! Just trust me. Ain't nothing like not being able to see and still getting that mark right there. This going to be the hard one right here. Let's see if we can get it. Go, 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 sis. Don't mess up. Hey! This side is a little bit thicker, so we're going to go back in, and that's always what gets you. It's like, honey, you got away with murder the first time. Why you go back to the crime scene? Yes. Look at that. Okay, yes, we is feeling ourselves. Now that I am feeling myself because we got that little blue liner going, I think I just want to be over the top and put this matte yellow as an inner corner highlight. I'm not sure how it's gonna work because I've never used this particular color, but we're gonna go ahead and try anyway. Did I just say I've never used it? I mean, I never used this color as a highlight. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get that blazing and popping right there. And because this color is matte, you want to blow it out a little further than you normally would. See, yes, ma'am. Pick up a little bit more. Because there is a chance that with this being a matte color, it could potentially fade. But we want it to be bold, loud, and an attention seeker right now. And then we're just going to take small clean blending brush right here just because I did go a little ham and soften it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I'm going to clean out that same brush I used to highlight that with. And we're going to go back into our Nefertiti highlighter. And I want just the tiniest bit. I'm not a fan of dipping straight into loose jars. So what I do is I always just unscrew the cap, and whatever's on the cap, I just tap it onto a plate or a coaster or a metal tray or something like that, and then I just use what products is left, because trust me, the dust that just came off that cap right here is enough to do your whole face, I promise you. And we're going to use that to just give a little beam to the brows. Oh yeah, babe. And then that matte yellow to mix in with that, sis. You know what? We might put a little bit of this on top of that inner corner. I'm telling you, that done blended in with that matte yellow and created an iridescent yellow. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, I am feeling this. This is a pretty little look today. How we gonna finish it off? We got two different glosses. We got Yami, which is the sparkly gloss. But considering the fact she looks like she's wearing a creamy lip on this cover, we're gonna go ahead and skip that and go to Island Mommy. Now with these glosses, I have noticed this is a smaller doe foot. I personally like the larger ones they did on their original glosses as well as those mini liquid lipsticks. But we're gonna test her out because you never know what you may have. Because this is a darker liner, I want to try to keep this color near the center. And then just get it to blend out. And trust me, honey, I got huge, big old, fat old lips, so I'm going to have to dip multiple times. Okay, you see how she coming together, honey? Wait, I want to go in and get me one more dip, top and bottom. Let's see what we going to get. Coat her up. Okay, I can just swipe it sideways. I ain't got to use the tip. That's even better. That sweet vanilla smell that this thing has, I'm telling you, it smells like a pound cake. You see this creamy? Look how that just went from being real dark to being a nice nude with an ombre on it, girl. Honey, I am smelling like pound cake. Shiny and glistening, honey. Oh yeah, let me hurry up and set my face because I'm ready to show off. Alright you guys, you know the routine. Fix Plus to add a glowy do. All-nighter so things last all day. Cheap fan, expensive breeze, good times. Gonna give this a few more seconds to try and I'll be back to give you all my final thoughts. And this is the final look. Want to go ahead, give you all a full face view of things before I give you my final thoughts. And I'm here to tell you, honey, Juviasplace brings it again. I absolutely love the fact that they finally come out with a 6-pan palette that was not monochromatic. Although I love them, honey, It is only so many colors you can collect before you sit back and you go, all right, honey, we can't just keep milking this little idea. We got to do something different. And maybe I probably wouldn't have got tired of those 6-pan palettes if they would have came out with a green one, but because they never did, you know I'm sitting over here a little bit salty. But back to this collection. One, packaging is absolutely beautiful. Anytime we can see the influencer on the packaging, you know that's already gonna grab me. And we have butterflies giving me my little Mariah Carey vibes. Absolutely loving it. Once we get to the inside, to me, all of the shades performed beautifully. If I could just make one critique, and that's simply because it would just be based on my skin tone, I personally wish this brown shade here was about 2, maybe 3 shades darker. It truly is dark enough to deepen up any of the other 2 mattes, but for me personally, it's one of those medium tone shades where if you go in with a brush big enough, you can use it as a transition shade. And if you use a brush that's dark enough, you can go in and put it in the crease, but it takes a little more work to put it in the crease than it does as a transition shade. And considering the fact we have these 2 bright ones, I just really wish this was a much darker brown. But other than that, it's beautiful. And normally going into a palette, you automatically think, okay, the easiest ones to work with, to build and to blend are going to be the shimmers. But I'm telling you, this glitter went on so fast, so easy, and it is so beautiful. Like, now that it's actually laid on the eyes, I really think from a distance, most people may not even know that it is glitter until they get up on me, which is how finely milled and how beautiful it is. But ain't no point of lying. This shade here, Barbie Brat, it probably built up and blended the easiest out of all of the shimmers. It's just that because I'm such a fan of glitters, I'm holding this a little closer to heart and giving it a little more points on it. But to me, the palette is an absolute hit. But what's really showing out, these glosses. Baby, Juviasplace then came through. When they first announced they were doing lip products, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was sitting back like, sis, Fenty Beauty, you know, pretty much got glosses on lock for me. When I think of colors and formulas and scents, it's just like, that's gonna be a hard one to fight with. But I ain't gonna lie to you, this Island Mommy, I'm seriously debating on ordering a backup because I'm just sitting here looking at it. It is just so pretty. And in the tube, I'm looking at it like, you might be pale, you might be loud, or you might be thin and don't cover nothing, but the opacity is beautiful. The formula, I'm telling you, it smells just like pound cake. It is amazing. And I'm just scared I'm not gonna have it if I run out of it, because I'm someone who, I might not run through an eyeshadow, but a setting powder and a lip gloss, they don't stand a chance. And truth be told, depending on the formula of that mascara, she might not make it either, because I'm telling you, this Essence Lash Princess got me feeling myself, and I know I'll finish her up real fast. But if you're asking me for my recommendation on whether you should get this collection, I say every piece is a hit. It's only a 3-piece collection, but I already love the Shimmer Gloss formula. I use this one all the time. Well, not this particular one, but the other ones I have. It's these creamy ones that I've been testing out lately, and truth be told, I think I like these better than the shimmer ones. Those shimmer ones look nice with other eyeshadow looks. They look nice with liners. But this here, it's almost giving me like a cream lipstick formula. Like, I'm getting the comfort and the shine of a glosses, which I like, but there's nothing quite like a nude lipstick, and it's just the best of both worlds. So if you could only get one out of the 3 pieces, I say top notch, Island Mommy. Second place, the eyeshadow palette. Third place, Yami. But I recommend getting all 3 of these pieces. But I truly hope you all did enjoy today's tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you also leave me a comment down below if you either A, have any of these pieces from this collection, or if you plan on getting them. I also want to send out a special congratulations to Yami Angelina. Congratulations on this collection, honey. I believe you are only the second person to fool me to get one. So, honey, I am here for it. And I cannot wait for the next video to play with the next collaborators collection, which is the Melissa collection. Soon as they launched that one, honey, I had to have it. But if you all would like to see more tutorials featuring Juvia's Place, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you already have, I would like to say thank you. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Because all this week, I will be showing all the new eyeshadow palette launches from Juvia's Place. I've been laid back, but I'm going to make sure I'm back on target. And I'm also going to make sure I try to include swatches in my videos. Once again, I am not the greatest person at doing them. And I do work, so sometimes I may have to just show you the swatches afterwards. I may not always be able to include live swatches, but I have been reading your comments and I do want to let you know that your opinion does count. But right now I do have some errands to run, so I need to go ahead, go take care of those and get back so I can make sure I edit this video so that you all can have it tomorrow for Monday. But with nothing else, I hope you all remember to practice, continue to stay blessed, and until next time, goodbye YouTube.